Hello, my sweet love bugs, and welcome back to another episode of Chat with the Homie. Hi, I am your homie. My name is Ari. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and we're coming to chat about self love. You might be asking, who are you? What are we doing here? Hi, I'm your neurodiverse friend from the internet. Okay, might want to know what my credentials are. That's okay. I got you. My credentials look as such. I got bipolar 1, borderline, PTSD, ADHD, ADD, which is not one party of ADHD, apparently, severe depression, severe anxiety, and a little sprinkle of undiagnosed autism. Let's chat, y'all, because it took a lot for me to love myself. And it was interesting because I was talking to my kiddo today, and she's 5. She's 5. And she's like, oh my God, like, I am so fat. Like, oh, I feel so fat. Like, that's why people don't like me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? People love you, first of all. And most importantly, do you love yourself? I was like, where'd you get that from? Because I don't talk like that around you. Where did you get that from? And she was like, oh, I was watching this thing, and these little cartoons, these little shows, especially where women are hyper, like, looking at their bodies and looking at themselves, or even just, I know comments, especially when I was younger. I mean, even I'm only 27, but people are like, wow, even being pregnant, they're like, wow, you're carrying so small, you look so skinny, you look so good. And it's like, I don't know what that beeping noise was. That was weird. Shit, that stopped me in my tracks for a bit. I was like, yeah, I don't edit stuff in here, so welcome to the party, okay? And this is for my long form content humans that can actually have the attention span for that. Hi, welcome. I'm the one you're gonna fuck with, okay? So I was just like, wow, what is going on here? And it brought me back to my younger years when I used to really think the same about myself. And honestly, even too, being a young girl and the older woman that would seem like, oh my God, you have such nice legs, you are so beautiful, you're just so skinny. I remember when I was skinny and da da da. And it's like, we really have a way of talking about ourselves, and yet we expect for our lives to look a certain way, but how we speak about ourselves and how we think about ourselves is not in alignment. And when it came to my little homie, I had to let her know, like, sweetheart, really what matters is how you think about yourself. How do you think about yourself? It's so important for you to love yourself, but if you can't find it in your heart to just love everything about you, at least accept. Work on accepting those parts of you, because love can come afterwards. But work on accepting the fact that you are made and crafted as beautiful and uniquely as you are. And I realized a lot of the things too, like, I was listening to some more content because I love to do that, you know what I'm saying? Especially as I've been really decentering, I won't even say just decentering man, but just decentering humans, and really focusing on my healing and myself as I'm in therapy, and really choosing to be a major part of my life in the sense of becoming the main character, being the person that I want to be. And that doesn't just mean like it's coming because I'm like, oh, I snap my fingers and it's just like that. No, it takes work. It takes confronting the parts and the ideologies, that the parts of me that I'm scared of, the ideologies that I've held on to, the things that I'm receiving from society, that I've received from church growing up, that I received from my parents, that I received from my friends, that I received from the school, that I received from so many different places about who I was, who I need to be, how I was going to be. And I always fell into the category, oh, I'm not smart enough. Oh, I'm not this enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. But if I was going by any other standard, I would never be enough. And that's why self acceptance is such a magical key point, because at the end of the day, you might not look like Sally Sue and Bobby Sue. You might not have their credentials. You might not feel like as though you're smart as them, or that you can do things. And a lot of that has even shown up too in my connection with God and my ancestors, especially in my beautiful psychic gifts that I have, which I think all humans have this innate, beautiful ability to connect with our higher selves, and with God, with our ancestors, with our team, whatever God looks like and whatever name it holds for you. May that be it, baby. I'm not like an exclusive, oh my God, you have your own beliefs. I'm not here to change that, okay? For a long time, though, I sat in that space and I was like, oh my God, I will never be enough. And because I thought that of myself, everything that I did in my life then mimicked that same energy. I will never be enough. I can't figure out how to do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. It wasn't until I chose to start accepting that, first of all, I learned differently, especially as a kid who grew up with a lot of mental health concerns. And on top of that, having learning disabilities, I couldn't even speak. I was in years of speech therapy. I had to really undo, and I really love my mom because she stuck up for me and she really advocated for the supports that I needed. I also then started to become enmeshed and thought I couldn't do anything without help and support. That me just having the capacity within myself, I would never have that. That's how I thought. That's how I lived my life. Giving my power away because I was so scared to fuck up and make a mistake. Don't be scared to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we grow. Please be so kind to yourself. And if you can't be kind to yourself, you know what I do? You know what I have all over my car, even though my car looks like a hot freaking mess? I have affirmations all over my car. When I was in the shelter especially, I had affirmations all over my window. Now I have prayers and affirmations on both my mirrors. One that in the bathroom where all the kids see, and the one that all my kids look at me because I got mirrors. They love because I have affirmations. I anoint them. I bless them. Let's speak life over ourselves. And the hardest thing as a parent is realizing that no matter what you do in the home, sadly, your kids are going to come into contact with people's projections, society's projections, and whatever the fudge they come into contact with, their friends' projections. And they'll take that on as if that's who they are. And the more that we do that, we start to carry this heaviness in our hearts and on our backs. And we come further and further from who we are because we're so busy trying to figure out how we can be enough of something to make ourselves fit into some type of box that we think we need to fit into to make other people feel comfortable and to make ourselves feel comfortable so that we can go ahead and just, fill the space. Be you. Be who you're called to be. And if you don't know who that is yet, that's okay. The way that you can start to get in contact with that is accepting who you are now. And I know in seasons, especially where I have mental health concerns, y'all, and motherhood, like I really thought I was like the shittiest person. I was like, I am the worst. I am evil. I am this. I am that. I really spoke those things about myself because that's what I believed. Because that's what honestly I was living. Because I thought it, I became it. Nobody wants to talk about that. Take accountability for your words. Take accountability for your thoughts. And as a mental, y'all heard what they labeled me with. This is why I like to always put that in the forefront because I don't want people thinking like, oh, she's just talking from her ass. I had to work for this. I had to work for this. I had to say, I choose to believe something different about myself. The reality that I'm living might look like this, but I know I am capable of more. I know I am worthy of more. I know who the fuck I am. Even if that means I accept the beautiful parts of me right now and the shadow parts of me that are still looking to be seen. I am going to love every part of me because God bless, nobody else will do it. And it's not their motherfucking job. It's my job. And I realized once I started to love myself, that's where decentering man came from because I started to realize, oh my God, I'm giving all of my power away because I'm trying to go for this role in which society tells me, well, I have kids outside of wedlock. I should go ahead and settle down. I should just find somebody that's going to love me because who's going to want me with these kids on my back? Baby, I don't give a fuck about that. That means nothing to me now. Everybody's like, oh, baby mama culture, da da da. You don't know what that person went through. When I got pregnant, my first partner, I was 15. He was 24. Shut the fuck up. You don't know people's story. But at the end of the day, I know that I don't have to be a product of my past. I know that for motherfucking sure. You don't have to be a product of who people told you were. Who society told you were. Who your friends, who the school, whoever it was. Even yourself. You don't have to be that. You don't want to be it? Don't do it. Choose to be who the fuck you are. And if you don't know yet, start writing on a piece of paper the attributes, the things that you want to see in your life and watch yourself start to take and shape that form. It might take losing some people that you thought were close to you because y'all won't be in alignment. They're in alignment with the frequency that you're within now, and that's okay. But we outgrow those types of things. We outgrow those thoughts and those patterns. It's called growth. It's called evolution. Choose it for you today. Love and accept who you are. And if you can't, just start again with learning how to accept those little parts of yourself that feel uncomfortable. Shine a light and hold them. They're there to teach you something. What do they want to teach you today? Okay, let me stop now. Love you. Bye.